Amir. Welcome, 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 everyone. You can tell I don't have my assistant here to help me do this. Welcome to the Actors Lab Live. I am so excited to be here. I am going to be running this on my own for a minute until my guest host Gil can get here. He was being held back a little bit, but it's okay. The show must go on. Kimberly, I just have to do a quick note. Kimberly, you have to mod me on Clubhouse.
I did already.
Okay, you did? Okay, I couldn't see it. Okay, welcome everyone listening and on Clubhouse. I'm actually multitasking here. It's my first time attempting to do this. So you guys are gonna have to rate me to see how I do this evening. A little pressure on me, but it's okay. I am so excited to be here. This is an extension of what started in Clubhouse. If you are not familiar with Clubhouse, you're really, really missing out on a wonderful platform that has brought so many wonderful people in the business together. Can you guys hear me? You guys can hear me, right? Someone is telling me I'm muted, but I don't think I am. Okay. So tonight is a very special night. We have, for the last 4 weeks, have been listening to some amazing talent that has come through Clubhouse. I believe as artists, our job is to really, really awaken all of the senses, not just the eyes as we're used to as we watch these amazing actors perform on screen, on stage. But Clubhouse, I saw an opportunity for us to experience the art of acting in a whole nother way, which is auditory. There were many people who didn't get it at first, who were like, I don't know about this idea, Josie. And the actors that have come on have proven me right in that it has been such a wonderful experience listening to them on Clubhouse. Early on, it was a no-brainer to me that we were going to have to take these amazing, talented human beings and put a face to them. And the Actors Lab was born. And so now at the end of every month, we make sure that we look at all and we listen to all of the top actors with the incredible, amazing moderators that drop into the room. They don't have to, but you have no idea who's going to show up every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on my Respect for Acting and Audition Lab room in Clubhouse. From filmmakers, award-winning filmmakers, award-winning casting directors and actors all come and they lend their voices and their notes and feedback to these wonderful actors. And here we are again. It's the end of the month. It happens the last Friday of every month. And we get to put faces to the wonderful talent that has come through. And so without further ado, this can't happen without our wonderful moderators. And so this month we have the wonderful, she was also part of my director's room, Kimberly Skyrme. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring Kimberly to the stage. Let me get her up here. If I can know how to do this. If I can know how to do this right, hold on. Okay, I've got to get you guys down from the stage still. How do I do that? See? I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, here we do. We're going to go ahead and move Kimberly here. Right. Hi, Kimberly. How are you, sweetheart?
Thank you. So great to be here. I'm so happy to be back again. And I've had the pleasure of being in the room on Clubhouse and hearing people. And so I'm excited tonight that I actually get to see people.
We are so happy to have you here. Tell us a little bit about you. I would love the audience to know a little bit about you. You are not just a casting director.
Part of the evening. I always hate talking about myself because I love what I do so much, which is about other people. So my name's Kimberly Skyrme, as you said, and fortunately I come to all this having been a theater major at American University, to American. I learned lots of great things there. And also my favorite part of that, however, was my directing classes that I had in college. So I fortunately accidentally got a job in casting now 30 years ago. And over those years, still maintaining all of this casting, because my favorite thing to do is be an artist and paint with people's faces. But I also produce and now most recently direct. So I just get to pull all my talents together, and creativity is my life of storytelling, and creativity never retires. So I'm going to be at this for a while.
You're so awesome. I mean, our time spent on Clubhouse has been amazing, Kimberly. And what you add is amazing. And that's why it was a no-brainer when I was thinking about, okay, who can I have be a guest judge here this evening? And so I'm happy that you're here. You know how I feel about you. I had to, like I said, be a part of the director's room that we had, which was also amazing.
Yes.
And so thank you for being here. Really quickly, so which one are you loving the most out of all the hats? Which one are you finding really, really speaks to your spirit and that you feel you're really, really the best at out of all the different things that you do? Can you say?
Well, I think it's been a long journey to direct. They're all integral, I must say. I mean, I don't know that you could do one as well without having learned all the others. But I think it's just really informed my directing, because obviously the most important piece is the story, and it is the actors that are telling the story through being the characters. But it's these years of information of just loving costume design and set design and music and the influence of all of them. So I really do have to give a big shout out to Liza Lefford, who's a producing partner of mine. And if it was not for her kind of just kicking me out of the nest, we were meeting with a creator of a potential series, and we were shooting a sizzle reel for the project, and she just in the meeting told him that I would be directing, and we had not had that conversation before. So much like the funny story about when I actually got my job in casting, I just didn't respond and just carried on, because she, in producing with me, said, you're not just a producer, you really are a creative, and you should be behind the camera, you know, informing all of these people about the creative vision that you have and bringing them along the way. So
I love that.
So I couldn't be the director I am now if it hadn't been for all the other work that goes into it, because I'm also quite mindful of money and all the expense, but never compromise the creativity of a director. And so I found a way to marry both of those that I think is really helpful when it comes to production. And obviously bringing a cast is this huge, important part. So I just love it, and look forward to actually finding like a casting collaborator, though, to, you know, which casting director have I met, thank heavens, with Clubhouse, to who's going to be the best one cast to help tell that story. Because it is a lot to do all three of them, I must say, at the same time. So I definitely need to find partners in different films. I think will require different casting people, because we all have a different style and a different intuition for these things. And so now I actually get to cast my casting collaborators as well. So
how about that? That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool place to arrive to, I think. That's awesome. I want to ask you, but I'm going to wait until the end of the night. I'd really love to ask you and our wonderful guest that I'm about to call up more about how or what is it about actors that you love the most? So I'm just going to drop that in your spirit, and I want to come back around and talk about that. Okay. And so with further ado, I would love to bring my Bonnie Gillespie to the stage. She already knows I love her so much. I bugged her until she said yes to doing this for me. And so here she is. Let's bring her to the stage.
Hi, my lovely Josie. I love you.
I love you too. We're going to make the Hollywood we want, right, Bonnie?
Every day. Every day.
Welcome, Bonnie. I know you're super busy. I'm so happy to have you here. You know, we fell in love at Hello. It was a no-brainer. Tell the audience. I mean, for anybody who does not know who Bonnie Gillespie is, I mean, please. I see. This is why I feel so terrible, because nobody can introduce both of you like Gil can. Nobody.
He has so many special skills, but hosting is for sure right up at the top. Yeah,
absolutely. And I cannot wait till he arrives. But in the meantime, please tell the wonderful audience listening a little bit about yourself.
You bet. I'm Bonnie Gillespie. Most people know me as the author of Self-Management for Actors, and of course, I have one handy right here.
You just happen to have one handy, right, Bonnie?
Happen to have one handy, right? Right here at all times. And if I forget it, I have one in that Barnes & Noble poster right there from when I had an event at Barnes & Noble. I'm covered. I'm covered.
You covered.
Yes. Yeah. I'm the author of Self-Management for Actors, which is a book that came to be after I interviewed a couple hundred casting directors, and I had started out as an actor. And that was just my survival job. I'm a great writer, so I got this great job where I got to go interview casting directors starting in 1999. And so, of course, this was before there were social media, places like Clubhouse where people could connect and learn from one another. There were no, tweets about what was going on during an audition. There were no places where casting directors were really sharing their process. And I took a crowbar and went into a lot of doors and asked a lot of hard questions. And I started receiving emails back from the readers of my columns for Backstage, starting as far back as 99, saying, well, hang on, Bon. You said this casting director wants a demo reel that's 3 minutes long. This casting director said I will never watch a demo reel longer than a minute. What's the rule? And I said, well, there's not like one rule. It depends. It depends on this. It depends on geography, what kind of thing you're going out for, the tone of it, all of these things. And over time, I realized that I actually had enough data that I could track enough patterns that I could actually come up with a system for managing a showbiz creative career. And that is what Self-Management for Actors turned out to be. First published in 2003, which was the year I became a casting director. I'm now Emmy honored for casting Twitch's first Emmy-winning show, Artificial. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm just getting started. So yeah, it's just all brand new for me. And I'm loving all the way that technology is getting us connected and allowing us to see more and more talent and potential. And I'm so excited about tonight.
Yeah, listen, I'm so excited for you, Bonnie. I am one of your ninjas. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I love what you're doing. I love that you're constantly on fire. You love what you do, and it shows. We all feel it. We're so excited. I'm just trying to catch up with you. Okay. I'm always just trying to catch up with you. Okay. I'm like, what is she now? What is she doing now? And it's so freaking amazing and exciting, Bonnie.
I want more actors to know their power. I want more people to be able to pull back the curtain and see what's really going on. Obviously, today that's happening more than ever before. And in a way, now it becomes a little overwhelming. And so these days I'm doing less pulling back the curtain and more helping actors synthesize the overwhelming amount of information that is available to them so that they can pick and choose what works for them rather than trying to make everything work for everybody. That's why it's self-management for actors. It's the self that you're managing.
That's
and
right.
Your self is different than everybody else's self.
I love that. I love that so much, Bonnie, because, that's where it is, right? It's like it all starts with you. It's a heck of a journey. And you're going to kind of get different things from different people. But at the end of the day, you've got to be grounded. There's nobody who can do it for you. There's nobody who can hold your hand. There's nobody who can walk into that room and make it happen for you. So it's about self-managing all of it.
Yes. Yes. And if we're not having fun, why are we doing it?
Why? Right. Why? Absolutely. So you make it fun. You make it a whole heck of a lot of fun. I love everything about you. I am so happy to have you and Kimberly here. I cannot even tell you. It's so important to, in this day and age, and I'm going to bring you back, both of you on stage, because you guys are freaking amazing. In this day and age, it's so important to, just have that type of support, have the type of support where you feel like you are talking to people that are in the business, that have made it happen, and that really, really, really care about you. All right. And you, Kimberly, and you, Bonnie, are such a great example of that to me. And that's why I love it. I'm very, very much handpicking the people that I want to come and that I want to be seen by these actors, because, actors need as much of the love as possible. They need as much of the support as possible. I speak as an actor myself. Okay. You guys all know me as an acting coach, but I am an actor first. That's how I started. You all know I started as a dancer and then made my way. And now I'm a whole bunch of things as well. A whole bunch of things to a whole bunch of people. But anyway,
from acting. I love
what did you say, Kimberly?
We all started from acting.
Yeah, exactly. We all started loving the craft. And so, okay, we are going to get this party started. All right, we are going to pray because I know Gil is probably somewhere out there stressing out. But we're going to pray and send them good vibes and energy.
We can do it. We can do it. I know we can.
No, oh, we can totally do this, but I don't want him freaking out trying to get here. So we're going to send Gil some good vibes and good energy, praying it all works out. And that
deep breath, Gil. You'll get
breath, Gil.
He's get here when he's supposed to be here.
That's right. We got this. The ladies are holding this down. We got this. Okay. We got this. Okay. Okay. So let's get this show started. So first up, I am going to move us to the side here. First up, we have a very, very talented actress. She actually won last month's, I believe, the Audience Choice Award. I don't want to mess that up. I believe she won the Audience Choice Award. She's a beast. She's amazing. I thought it was absolutely apropos to get her to start the evening off. So this is, I'm going to be bringing up Tisha Hickman to the stage, and this is literally just a treat for y'all. So everyone, without further ado, can we welcome Miss Tisha Hickman to the stage?
Hello.
Hi, beautiful Tisha. Tell us a little bit. Can you introduce yourself? Tell us where you're at. And just tell us really quickly, how was your experience, being here just a month ago and being the one who won?
I mean, I'm an actor out of New York, and doing that last month was wonderful. The space you've created, Josie, is just, it's a beautiful, safe space that we get to do what we love to do in a place where you don't feel like people are trying to get you. You know?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, it was fun. It was fun, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
Well, we are so happy to have you back. Whenever you're ready, sweetheart, go ahead and drop in and share that wonderful gift of yours.
My mother. My mother would get to the point certain people get to and stop, but it was like she couldn't. It was like watching someone fall off a cliff, looking back as they fall, hand goes out, and there's nothing to hold on to. I think I make up a lot, like stories to make sense, to give myself a past or change it. There's this one story. If she lived. I think about calling her like on a birthday, and it would be like kind of dull and nice, and she would let me tell her what I was up to, and I would listen to what she was up to, like how her cats were doing, getting her gutters cleaned, or whether or not she was planning on planting her bulbs early this year, you know? But here's the thing. After we were done, I would hang up, yawn, and forget her. Just forget about her. Because she would just be my mom, that woman I call like once a week. I could take her for granted. I mean, like, I would love her, certainly, but like the way you love your hands or your knee, if you could call that love, because you don't really think about it. She would just have been my mom. That woman I know so well, I don't even know I don't know her at all. but I could forget her because she didn't forget me.
Woo! Such beautiful, beautiful work, sweetheart. Bonnie, Kimberly, the floor is yours.
So good. So good. I wasn't here last month, so apparently this is known that this was going to be fantastic, that you are going to be fantastic. So good. I went on all of it, that journey. Just absolutely beautiful. And I felt that moment before. I felt the moments in it. I loved the extra moment after, to just really let it all sink in. It was just beautiful work. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely wonderful. Yeah, I mean, I felt always like, oh my gosh, now I have to talk. So what I thought was so wonderful is that I love when you're on this journey with someone and you don't know quite how emotional that it's going to get for you, but that I was really just absolutely drawn in, and even had to come closer to look. And then I happened to peek over and I saw that Bonnie had also kind of stuck in, so that you were just literally drawing us into you. And that's, you know, when people are doing that, it's really captivating that you were just using the words and your voice was just, you know, pulling us in. And so it was just lovely. And yes, I wasn't here last month either, so I had no idea that we were going to just go right off the cliff there on a nice emotional journey. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, beautiful. Thank you. I literally called her and I was like, oh my God, it makes total sense for you to come in and share with us. So thank you so much, Tisha. That was beautiful to watch. All right. So if you want to hang out with us backstage, okay? I'd love for you to stay and watch the other actors, okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Josie. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. I love you. I love you, sweetheart. You're amazing. All right? You're amazing. Okay. So, all right. Isn't she amazing?
Yes.
Okay.
Hopefully you teed up a comedy after this one.
Well, yeah, no. So, all right, we are going to get started. You ladies ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is it. All right, our first one up is, hold on. I'm doing it all. Yes, Ryan, I actually can hear you, and Timok, I can hear you. We're also live on YouTube. So, what were you saying, Timok? I'm actually on YouTube live. I am on Facebook live, and I'm on Clubhouse live, guys. So we're managing a whole bunch of stuff, okay?
I was gonna say, is that a record for the biggest multicast ever?
Like literally. And I was actually going to be live on Instagram, except I didn't have enough time to get my iPad together. So that'll be next month, okay? So. Yes, Ryan. Hang out with us. I'm happy to have you here, baby. I'm happy to have you here. Make sure that you guys are on Clubhouse. Make sure that you are also watching live so that you can take advantage of seeing, first of all, sexy Bonnie and Kimberly on stage. Okay? And then all of the sexy actors that are about to come on and do their thing. Okay? You cannot be missing this opportunity to actually see them in real time. So, and how you do that, guys, is by going to youtube.com/justjosie. Remember, Josie's with 2 S's, or you can catch us live on my Facebook page, which is Josie Harris Thacker. Okay, so yes, I am literally having 3 devices going on at once. Okay, so again, youtube.com/justjosie to see the actors performing live right this second. We are live, or you can catch me on my Facebook page, Josie Harris Thacker. And you must join us so that you can see this happening live in the moment, okay? I heard, could that possibly be? No, that is not. My Gil isn't here yet. Oh my God, I cannot believe it. Okay, so the show must go on. And Mitra is in the building. I'm bringing Mitra up. You guys can kind of explain to Mitra what's going on. But okay, first up, without further ado, is I'm sorry, Brittany, I'm changing her name. It's Brianna Ellis. So let's go ahead and let's give a warm welcome to Brianna. Hi, Brianna. Welcome, 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 sweetheart. How you feeling?
I feel good.
You feel good? Good. So we get to ask, before the actors start, Bonnie and Kimberly, we get to ask them one fun question. So what do we want to ask Brianna this evening? What do you think? What do you guys want to ask her?
Brianna, I would love to know, what is the story you were born to tell?
Oh, let's go.
Just like in real life, just in general.
As a creative, as an actor, as an artist, it could be a role, it could be a superhero, it could be a fictional character you've always wanted to embody. It could be your own story. Just what when you think of, this is the thing where I get my golden shiny thing, like what is that story?
I guess my story would be that it doesn't matter like where you come from, like you can do extraordinary things, and it's just about like how you think about yourself on the inside, and if you play small, then you will be, but if you think that I can do great things, then you can. So.
Thank you. That's beautiful. Thank you.
That's pretty awesome. Great question, Bonnie. Great question. Okay, so we're going to go ahead on, okay? Brianna, if you can start off by telling us your name, where you're located, and the piece that you'll be performing this evening.
Okay, so my name is Brianna Ellis. I'm located in Southeast Missouri, and my piece is a piece from the television series Barry. I am terrified, okay, because my piece is real. It's not a character. It's me, raw, unapologetic truth with a capital T, in all caps, actually. I'm thinking like a writer now. I mean, this was stuff that I couldn't even talk about without lying. And here I am about to strip naked in front of a bunch of strangers and share something I am massively ashamed of. Not literally, I don't believe in nudity unless it drives the story forward. I'm afraid they're going to judge me, and I'm afraid that Sam's going to find out and do something crazy. But I have to do this. It's my story to tell. But I mean, so many other women have the same story. What am I, the spokesperson for them now? Could I be the face of a movement? I mean, what if I get it wrong? And I mean, I resent the fact that Nick can get up there and talk about his stomach condition. And it's not like he has to be the poster boy for bulimia, but I get up there and whatever I say, it's like, what are we saying about women? It's just my story. But what if you get it wrong, Sally? I don't know. Can't get it wrong, Sally. But you cannot tell it either, Sally, because it's who you are. Which makes this thing that my agent sent me on today so fucking insulting. Payback, ladies? It's just another shit male idea of what strong women are. Oh, grab a gun and some stilettos and get a goddamn blowout. It's bullshit. Which, by the way, so is this. This is quite possibly the worst thing that I have ever read. And you want to know the worst part? You want to know what's really driving me fucking crazy? I am so jealous that you're reading for this. I have never had a director's session for a feature, which is the same thing as a movie. P.S. And I've been doing this for way longer, and I think you'd agree that I am way better. I made you. I'm done.
Wow. I mean, what a difference, like hearing the actor and then putting a face to the actor. It's pretty awesome. It's a pretty awesome thing. Okay, so ladies, it's on you. You have the floor. Whoever wants to start, Kimberly, Bonnie, and just to let you ladies know, if you are moved to, you can have the actor do it over again. That is on you. This is your evening. You can do it as you feel, okay, as you're moved to. So whichever one of you want to go first.
And neither of us, we haven't done it before, so it's not like one of us is more experienced than the other. I personally would love to see you do it again. And just, to just work on little bits of minutia for me to just dial in. I would love to have more of a sense of who you're telling this story to. I wasn't exactly clear. I love the story and I think it's interesting and you're talking about something important, but I think if I knew who you were talking to, and not just me as in Kimberly, the casting director, but just any viewer, that it's going to take them more deeply on this journey with you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I enjoyed the moment that it got clear who it was that you were talking to. That I agree that there, well, I don't know. I seeing it again would help me know if there is an earlier opportunity for clarity around who it is that you are talking to. But that allowed me to really enjoy the complexity of the scene and the fact that there is this I hate everything that this is about, and I hate more that you're getting to do it and not me. And that complexity of emotions, along with the humor that is driven within this piece, I thought you played very well. I felt there were a couple of places where it was a little rushed, and I don't know that that's necessarily true. Seeing it again would help me know that, but that was something that felt just at one moment I was like, ooh, take a little more time with that one beat right there. But again, that's a tiny little thing that may have not even been real. It's just what I was seeing at the moment. Really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then just one more thing too, I think, which is kind of in keeping also with Bonnie was saying, because then I would also give the note to play with the pacing too. And that, again, because we do find out a little bit later that clearly it's somebody that you know because you hate that this person is getting to do something you're not doing, that we could just see a variety in the tempo of your delivery there too. I mean, there is places where you would take pauses, maybe a place that you would speed through something a little more quickly for the purposes of maybe just being uncomfortable, but blurting it out anyway. I think that'll just really enhance what was already, again, wonderful and great text. So when you're ready, take it away.
Oh, okay. Sure. I'm terrified, okay? Because my piece is real. It's not a character. It's me. Raw, unapologetic truth with a capital T. In all caps, actually. Oh, I'm thinking like a writer now. I mean, this was stuff that I couldn't even talk about without lying. And here I am about to strip naked in front of a bunch of strangers and show something I'm massively ashamed of. Not literally. I don't believe in nudity unless it drives the story forward. I'm afraid that they're going to judge me, and I'm afraid that Sam's going to find out and do something crazy. But I have to do this. It's my story to tell. But I mean, so many other women have the same story. What am I, the spokesperson for them now? Could I be the face of a movement? I mean, what if I get it wrong? I mean, I resent the fact that Nick can get up there and talk about his stomach condition, but it's not like he has to be the poster boy for bulimia. And I get up there, and whatever I say, it's like, what are we saying about women? It's just my story. But what if you get it wrong, Sally? don't know. Can't get it wrong, Sally. But you can't not tell it either, Sally, because it's who you are. Which makes this thing that my agent sent me on today so fucking insulting. Payback, ladies. It's just another shit male idea of what strong women are. Oh, grab a gun and some stilettos and get a goddamn blowout. And look how strong you are now, Sally. It's bullshit. By the way, so is this. This is quite possibly the worst thing that I have ever read. And you want to know the worst part? You want to know what's really driving me fucking crazy? I'm so jealous that you are reading for this. I have never had a director's session for a feature. Which is the same thing as a movie. P.S. I've been doing this for way longer, and I think you'd agree that I'm way better. I made you.
All right. Well, Bonnie, Kimberly, how did you feel about her taking the notes that you gave her?
That's what I wrote. I wrote good adjustments, took the notes. Yes, yes, yes. Like that. That's one of my favorite things to see is when an actor can make shifts and changes and just embody it. This was so much better. Not that the first version was not great, because it was great. This just really elevated it to another level. And I really enjoyed the moments where you were voicing other people, like being the person who's in the stilettos, and that, yeah, this is what that represents. And just like each of those little pace changes and inflection changes were so much more natural and so much more fun to watch. And I really enjoyed this a great deal. So thank you, Kimberly, for suggesting the do-over, because wow. And yes, Brianna, thank you so much. That was just fantastic.
Thank you.
Really good.
Yeah, which, I mean, nobody gets it right the first time, really. So, no, I just loved it. I thought, yes, absolutely, you took the notes fantastic. And again, it was just the nuance of it all, that you really, this second time, were in the moment each time. And it really felt this time that you were on the spot, just having these realizations of what it would be like, and that you took the moments. And again, that's why I think just thinking about tempo with things really changes it and takes it from, again, it was, we could book you tomorrow and you would be fine. But this was, we can book you tomorrow and there's going to be a lot of nuance and a lot of texture. And every time we do the scene, there's just going to be a lot of nuance to it. So I thought it was wonderful and I enjoyed it. And I really got more of a purpose and focus on the conversation that you were having with, this person, that it was just so much more dialed in this time. So, or as Josie would say, you really dropped into it that second time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. For me, my only note would have been, I would have wanted you, Brianna, to really work on that pacing a little more. I felt that there were just there were a couple of times there that I really wanted you to just sort of bring it all in and make it, just bring that pacing up so that it could be a little more conversational. And so I did feel like you did that you took their note, and it was more of that, but I felt like even more so to just bring it all in. I'm tempted to have you come back up and just do it with a quicker pace, but I'm afraid I'm going to run out of time with Bonnie. So okay, next time. Okay. So I want to be a respecter of her time, and she's not going to be able to stay too long. So we've got to keep this show going. Okay. Brianna, thank you so much. Really, really great job. Really great job. It's always hard, especially when you're the first one up. So good on you.
Really good.
Okay. Good on you, Brianna. Thank you so much, sweetheart. All right. So I am going to up next. I've got to see what our order is here. You would have thought I would have written it down. Next up, we have Saskia. Let's add Saskia. Let's bring Saskia to the stage. Yes. Hello. Hi, beautiful.
Hello. Thank you
Thank
for having me.
Being here. Thank you so much. Here. Okay, Kimberly, it's your turn to ask her Ask her a question before we get started.
Oh, and it can be about anything.
Open book.
I hadn't thought about a good question.
She's an open book, she said.
Yes, whatever you want.
What drew you to being a storyteller?
For me, growing up in Los Angeles, I used to perform little shows for my grandmother in her backyard. She was my father's mother. She lived across the street from us, and she really nurtured in me a love of performing and telling stories. I started out as a ballet dancer, and my grandmother was somebody who was very special to me in a very dark time in my life. So that's what draws me to it still, is that joy of performing, that joy of just being and performing. And I love to do that.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, Saskia. Thank you for sharing. So, Saskia, please tell the audience your full name, where you're located, and what you'll be performing this evening.
My name is Saskia Bauer, currently located in San Francisco, California, and I will be performing a monologue from The Last Days of Judas Iscariot by Stephen Adly Gurgis.
All right, whenever you're ready, action.
No parent should have to bury a child. It is not in the natural order of things. I buried my son in a potter's field, in empty, acrid silence. There were no funeral. There was no mourners. I discovered his body alone. I begrudge God none of this. And though my heart keeps beating only to keep breaking, I do not question why. I remember the morning my son was born as if it was yesterday. I loved my son every day of his life. And I will continue to love him ferociously, long after I've stopped breathing. I'm a simple woman. My voice is not important. The world tells me that my son is in hell while God is in heaven. And I tell the world the one true thing I know, that if my son is in hell, there is no heaven. Because if my son sits in hell, there is no God.
Woo! 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 Who wants to be the first to take that on?
Ooh, Saskia, oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Tell me, I'm always curious to know why actors choose the pieces they choose. Can you talk a little bit about what this piece means to you?
For me, ultimately, this piece is about love and the loss of a child, but the loss of a child that everyone hates. This child is hated. My son is hated. And I alone carry the light for him. So for me, this is such a deep piece about love and forgiveness and grief and light and carrying forward even when you feel like you don't have the strength to.
Mm-hmm. I saw all of that in your work. So thank you. That it did what you chose it to do. And as I was watching at the beginning, I had a moment of, I want to hear her go in a quieter direction with her voice, because I'm hearing levels going louder but not softer. And right after I thought, should I write that down? And I went, no, I'll remember that. You went softer. And I went, great. I like you did instinctively, or you already had planned to do something that I was wanting and really feeling the piece could need. I thought this was beautiful. I almost never say this. It felt too short for me. And I never say that, because it's like, I'm like, leave people wanting more. Yes. And I was like, no, don't end there. I need more information. I want more time with you. Yeah, exactly. I have questions. But honestly, I don't know that I would change the pacing of it to make it longer. I don't know that I would choose more words around it to beef it up. Like it just was a really solid piece, and your work is fantastic.
Thank you so much.
I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Yeah, which I did as well. I think I echo all of those points. And then there's always that, because I love to have people do things a second time just so I can see something else just anyway, even if I love them. And I was sitting and kind of just diving into what note would I give you so that I could see something different and enjoy and experience the story in a different way. And because you said that it's about love, I would love to see this again from a place of all of that love, and not really addressing the sadness, but your love of the child. And I just wonder, to see it that way, I think it's going to be very impactful in a different way. So I would love it.
Okay. Can do that.
I want to give you one note as well. And I want to remind you, Saskia, because you were given some notes when you worked this piece, and you did such a wonderful job this evening, like you did then, and it's so great to place your face.
Thank you.
But I want to just remind you to be careful that you don't start off at such an emotional place, because then it makes it hard for you to go anywhere with it. So remember to build that momentum, because you started at such an emotional high that it's, again, I was as you were moving along, I was worried for you, because I've heard this piece, I'm familiar with this piece now, and you've got all of that good stuff in you. But there's a trap with a piece like this. It's such a trap, right? Which is starting off on an emotional place and then having nowhere to go with it. So just be careful in that buildup, okay? Remember that you've got that beginning, middle, and end that you have to get to, and you want to take us on that journey.
Yeah.
Okay? Beautiful work. So whenever you're ready, action. Take your time.
No parent should have to bury a child. This is not in the natural order of things. I buried my son in a potter's field, in empty, acrid silence. There was no funeral. There were no mourners. I discovered his body alone. I begrudge God none of this. And though my heart keeps beating only to keep breaking, I do not question why. I remember the morning my son was born as if it was yesterday. I loved my son every day of his life. And I will love him ferociously long after I've stopped breathing. I am a simple woman. My voice is not important. The world tells me that my son is in hell while God is in heaven. And I tell the world the one true thing that I know, that if my son is in hell, there is no heaven. Because if my son sits in hell, there is no God.
Wow, wow, wow. That's what I'm talking about. Bonnie?
Felt that love. Yep. Took the note, did it. Yes, all of it. Just every bit of it. And I agree with Kimberly on the joy of seeing an actor do a second take, just to know another way that we can go. And this is one where I, in a casting room, would not have asked you to do it a second time, and I would have been robbed of that. So thank you. It was really beautiful. You're very natural.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. I agree with that. So how did it feel for you, this second take?
For me, it was definitely more of a love, remembering my son, remembering the things that made him beautiful and lovely, and to really tap into that, of the memory of my son, of what was special about him, his love, his light, his creativity. I did some writing around this. I, imagined a story where he found a little bird that had a broken wing and took care of it. My son is somebody who's reviled now, but that's not who my son was to me. So just to tap into what was my son to me.
Yeah, and I think that's why it was so much more apparent the second time. There was just so many more layers, and I think there's pain, and it's so easy to go to anger. Yeah. And then I think when we focus on the love, the pain comes out. But when we focus on the sadness and not, the love, it can easily go to the anger. Yeah. And this is why Bonnie is probably always on time in auditions, and I am not.
But Bonnie's not a director. Kimberly is. And if the director wants a second read, we will go over time. Absolutely.
I'm the worst. And maybe that's because I studied directing and I focused on it in college. I am always like 3 takes, but by 6, everybody's really always so behind. But mind you, actors are like, you are always late, but I know when I get in the room, I get my time. So, I don't know which is better, being on time or being 6 takes and always late.
Listen, that was absolutely beautiful work. I thought you took their notes so well, Saskia. I agree with everything that the ladies have said. Definitely such a natural. You did a wonderful job. So if you guys are good with it, we'll move on to the next.
One more thing, because this one I did get to hear first, and I think this is one of the beautiful ones that would pass my test of also, that if we had turned the sound off and we actually just got to see your face, I think we would have understood the story.
I love that.
So you can master the voice. And, if those things can work separately, think how amazing they are together.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
What a huge compliment.
Thank you so
much.
What
a huge compliment. Thank you so much, Saskia.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for sharing your gift with us. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay, and next to the stage, we have, who is up next? Oh, we have Nicole up next. Yes, you guys still enjoy this. Nicole, thank you. I won't tip it off, Nicole. But let's see, Bonnie, I think it's your turn. You get to ask her the question. What do you want to ask her?
All right, Nicole, if I told you no show business, tell me what you would do with your creative gifts.
I would be a theater director for kindergarten kids.
Ooh, she snuck it.
I love the babies.
She snuck it in. She's still going to get to do the showbiz, but do it in that school with the kindergartners. Love it. Beautifully done. Thank you, Nicole.
Pretty awesome. That's a great question and a great answer. Good for you for being on it. Nicole, please tell us your name, where you're located, and the piece that you'll be performing this evening.
Awesome. My name is Nicole Achampong. I am located in Atlanta, Georgia, and I will be performing Hey Brian. Hey Brian. No, don't do it like that. Hey Brian. That's not gonna work. Hey Brian. Hi, it's me, Elle, again. Hey, so I was reading the story in this newspaper and it made me think of you. It was titled, I Married My Stalker. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, that could be me and you. But you keep calling the cops. Now, I'm not upset about that or anything. You know, I actually think it's kind of funny, you know, me being a stalker. No, I don't think it's stalking. I actually think it's just investigating someone you're very attracted to, you know? But anyways, I thought it was romantic. Like in that movie Twilight, when Edward would watch Bella sleep, we could be Edward and Bella. Okay, well, see, my point is, Brian, I need you. Okay, and honestly, I think you need me too. You know, like that one time I made you breakfast in bed. Wait, although you could have been just a little bit more grateful, I'm not gonna lie, a little thank you, I wanna marry you would have been nice. But instead I got, why are you in my house? I got a key. Like, of course, why would I be in your house? Anyways, I forgive you, okay? And I think we can make this work. So call me back when you get this message. I love you, boo. Okay, bye. He gonna call. That wasn't bad. He's gonna call.
All right. Okay. You needed some comedic relief. You got it, ladies. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Who's up first? Is that Melissa? Melissa. I saw Melissa and I said Melissa. Bonnie. I saw Melissa come on Clubhouse and I said Melissa. Okay. That's what happens when you got too many things going. Hey, Melissa. Okay, so whose turn is it to go first? So who wants to go first?
That's fine. I'll go first. Not a problem. Melissa or any other name. Nicole, that was so enjoyable. Oh my gosh. You are just fun to watch. And the piece was fun and funny. And of course, it's I don't just love you because I'm also from Atlanta. So of course I always, we got that. But I love the energy you brought to it. I love the pace. I love the levels. I love that even when there was a word that you flubbed, you came right back in. Like it just, everything felt like it flowed exactly as it would if you were making that call, which is kind of terrifying, but also wonderful. Yeah, this was a fun piece and you brought a lot of fun to it and it felt like you were having fun doing it. And of course, back to the very beginning when in my intro, I said, if we're not having fun, why are we doing it? You know, a lot of times we see pieces that we feel like people are just in pain trying to get to the work. And this just felt really natural and fun. And I really enjoyed that. So thank you, Nicole. Really beautiful work.
Thank you.
Yeah, I absolutely agree as well. It was so fun. And it made it so natural because you clearly loved it. You loved the piece. And this is just then a note for everybody. Pick a piece that you love doing and that you're really connected to it because it seems so believable and so natural. And I just love the little takes and you could see yourself looking around and, you know, playing in your head, but it wasn't too much around that you weren't still like the focus of you on camera, which is always the important part in, you know, putting these things on tape is that it's all about you. So yeah, the pacing was great and fun. And it was so perfect for the piece that, I mean, you wouldn't need to do it again. What could we do to do it again?
I know. I'm like, if we're going to do it again, can we go like scary, like seriously edgy? I mean, I wonder what is this piece when it's like, I'm now afraid to go to sleep. Like,
I think we should, but to try that because you are already so smiley that it would be interesting to really try to you know, go slightly against your sunshiny type and that you are a little sinister, like you really do want to make this happen. So maybe there's a, you know, slightly different tactic instead of being super friendly and nice, focused, you know.
like maybe yeah, instead of feeling like, oh, you really do want to marry him, it's you do really want to wear him as a skin suit. Like, you know, something really creepy. Okay.
Yeah, so let's see one more time for fun.
Okay.
Slightly different angle.
Hey. No, gotta be more. Hey, Brian. It's me, Elle, again. Hey, so I was reading this article in the newspaper and it made me think of you. You know, it was titled, I Married My Stalker. Dude, that could be me and you. But you keep calling the cops. You know, and I'm not upset about that or anything. You know, I actually think it's kind of funny. Me, you know, a stalker. I don't think it's stalking. You know, I think it's just investigating someone you're very attracted to, you know. But anyways, I thought it was romantic, you know, like in that movie Edward, you know, Twilight with, you know, Edward and Bella, and he would like watch her sleep. Yeah, that could be us. But anyways, I think you need me. You know what? And I need you. So let's make this happen. Oh, and you remember that time I made you breakfast in bed? You know, you could have been a little more grateful. I'm not gonna lie. Like, to say thank you or I want to marry you. But instead you said, how did I get in your house? With my key, boo. Come on now. But anyways, call me back when you get this message, all right, boo? I love you. Yeah. He gonna call. Oh, he better call. Oh, he's gonna call.
Oh.
Awesome.
I know, because depending what story you want to tell with some of these things, I mean, it's two different stories. So, you know, which one do we want to tell? And to be able to do that in the audition room too, especially if you had a director session, I mean, that's showing somebody your amazing range with the very same piece. So that was just brilliant. It was so fun and great to watch, and a little kind of ooh.
Yeah, that was really easy. What?
No comment. Don't ask me no questions. Let's keep it moving.
Oh,
Really great. Like a pleasure to watch both. Like I don't have a favorite. They were both spectacular reads. And you nailed it, and then you nailed it creepy. It was great. Like just, but I'm your fan. That was really, really good. Thank you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Which is such a great, you know, option too. If you, I mean, especially in independent films, if you're working with a director that you know is really open to interpretation, like I would send both of those just to show that like this is what you're dealing with here. You've got some options, and you know they would really enjoy that.
Thank you.
Which one did you enjoy doing the most? Did you have a preference? Well,
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the second time I had never done that before. I was just comfortable with my nice cutesy, hey Ryan. So that was my fave.
Really, that was really, really awesome. You know, we all needed that comedic relief. So I was happy to have you on stage. And
Thank you.
so thank you. You seem to have so much fun, and you were so beautiful to watch. I personally, my only one note for you is that I would have wanted you to maybe give me a little bit more physical comedy.
Okay.
To match it. I felt you were, you know, really kind of comfortable in your skin. So that was good. But I felt like I would have loved to have seen you be even more relaxed and have a little more fun with the comedic relief of it.
Right.
But it was awesome. I loved both takes. I mean, you know, it's honestly the kind of piece that you can go so many places with. So I would continue to have fun. You're owning it. It's really funny. You definitely had me cracking up. So great job this evening, sweetheart. Great job.
And you appear to be very comfortable on the second one. So even though you're used to that cutesy one, maybe you should be working your muscles. You're kind of scratchy gal.
Got it. I got it.
Very good.
Okay, so you guys all look frozen to me. Am I frozen to y'all?
No, but if we're looking frozen, you can't see us nodding. So, well, I will hope you can hear me.
Actually, you're not frozen any longer.
Okay,
so I could see you nodding.
We could be frozen, Bonnie.
Yeah, let's just screw with Josie a little bit.
Don't you screw with me, okay? Okay, Nicole, thank you again. Wonderful job. Okay, wonderful job. Thank you so much for sharing your gift with us. Okay, so oh my goodness, we are doing so well. We're at I can't even believe how well we're doing. All right, so next up, last but not least, And those of you listening on Clubhouse, this is happening live as well. So if you're not knowing, you can see the actors live right this second. You can see beautiful and sexy Bonnie and Kimberly Skyrme up in here. We are at youtube.com/justjosie. Josie is spelled with 2 S's. Don't blame me, blame my mama. But that's how it's spelled. If you want to find us this evening, we are live on youtube.com/justjosie. Hit that subscribe button while you're there. We're also on my Facebook page, which is Josie Harris Thacker. Josie Harris Thacker. You can catch us there too if you're a Facebook fanatic. We are there, and we are here live, which I love, on Clubhouse as well. I'm acting like I'm, so good at all this, media stuff, but really I'm not. I'm barely pulling it off, but who knows and who knew? So let's keep this show going. Last but not least, we have Corey. We are bringing Corey to the stage. Let's go. Oh my goodness, we are having trouble bringing Corey to the stage. He's been having—
I know, poor guy.
I know, he's been having challenges, technical challenges the whole time. Oh no, Corey, let's keep trying this. Okay, he went out. He's gonna probably try to come back in. And so we'll give him a minute. Okay, so let me tell you how this goes, okay? I know I've got to put this up here. Oh, thank you, Bonnie. I got my girls supporting me. Okay, so this is how this works. After Corey, I am going to put the number up. This is text to vote. This is a text to vote. So we need you as the audience, the wonderful audience, to vote on your favorite actor this evening. The actor gets blessed with so many things. We are so many wonderful people on Clubhouse have offered amazing gifts. So the winner gets to study with me for a month, okay? Gets to join classes. They get to have a consultation with me. Let's see. Oh God, I should have had this ready. Quite a few people offered up a couple of things. I should have had that. God, I don't remember what. Leslie, I love my girl Leslie Green. She's a casting director. She's part of our Clubhouse family. She does this wonderful T-shirt line for actors. And so in order for me to be a blessing to her as well, I buy the T-shirts from her to give to the actors. So the actors get, yes, after Corey vote, the actors get to call this number, but we're not there yet, but we will get there. Yes, a free T-shirt from, let's see, she was just showing it. Where is it? Yes, a free T-shirt from RTSE Casting. That's Leslie Green's line. She's a major casting director. So, and they get the wonderful book from Bonnie Gillespie, Self-Management for Actors. All of the actors so far have received that book. Bonnie is so gracious to give it away as a gift. And oh my goodness, I feel so bad, but there are a couple of other people.
I gave away an hour of coaching too.
And who did that?
I did.
Kimberly, I wasn't sure if it was you, so I was hoping you were going to chime in. It was you. So Kimberly I wasn't sure. I didn't want to put you out there. I
rolled with it anyway. No problem.
Okay, you rolled with it anyway. So Kimberly is going to be giving an hour of coaching, and we've got a couple of other wonderful people who have stepped up to the plate and who are going to be giving all these wonderful gifts to the actor to help them along their journey. And so it's just such a beautiful thing that's happening. We love you, actors. We think that you are amazing, and we see you. That's what this is all about. We see you. We love you. You matter. And for those of you who don't know, it can be such a lonely journey for the actor. It's one of the toughest business you could ever choose to be in. And yet you guys are so amazing. I love you. This is literally all for you. Okay. And so with further ado, let's try this one more time. Let's hope and pray that we can get Corey up in here. Yes!
I just really go to
Up now! Let's
Here,
go!
here.
Yes!
Am I in? Wait. Am I
You're in!
Oh, okay. Oh, thank God. Because it's today, this whole, oh, Lord.
But won't he do it? But won't he do it? Okay, now you are breaking up just a little. Corey, did you move from where you were?
Yeah, I don't think it's the connection. I think it's because I'm doing it from my phone, to be honest. Because I've gone to 2 different places that got like great Wi-Fi, and it's just like it's still the same thing. So I don't know what's going on.
Okay, well, it looks to be working for you. So let's jump on it while we can. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Kimberly, you get to ask him a question this time. What do you want to ask Corey?
Oh, God, I keep going back and forth on a couple of different questions. Let's see. I don't know. That was so close to Bonnie's question last time, so that doesn't work. I'm gonna say, what was your favorite thing to do when you were a kid? Like, what was your favorite thing to play or do or be?
For me, when I was a kid, my favorite thing to do, I would say, was going to the park. I feel like that was just, especially like back then, and it was everybody would go. Everybody would go to the park, so you'd see like the park filled with people, and there was so many different things for you to do as a kid that you could just enjoy. So I would say that would be my favorite thing to do when I was a kid.
Awesome.
Love it.
Okay, we are going to get started. I am being just a little tight there with time, just because I know Bonnie is going to have to leave us soon. So we want to hurry up and keep this this party moving forward. You guys are doing amazing, 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 amazing. So Corey, tell us your full name, where you're located, and the piece that you'll be performing this evening.
Okay, my name is Corey Loudmore. I'm located in New Jersey, and the piece I'll be performing tonight is called "Believe in Me." You want to know why, Dad? Look at our city. Everybody is scared. Okay. Parents are barely able to feed their kids. Cops are still killing for no justice. And, oh God, people are just robbing and looting from their own neighborhoods. Dad, there's no one to fight for us. No one to believe in here. We live in a war zone. And innocent people getting caught in the crossfire. Like, Mom. Remember that how all my science fairs, she used to just come up there and you could hear over everybody else, and all you hear is, "You better go, boy. Oh, that's my son. Yes, yes. Oh my gosh." And me, I would just go to my group and say, "Oh, well, who is that? Like, whose mom is that?" Mind you, I'm the only black kid in the whole competition. And we both know this. I was like, and the parents would just be looking at her crazy, but she didn't care. She was proud. She believed in me. Even when I go out and go to parties and doing stuff I know I shouldn't have been doing, she up there waiting for me. Even though you're not there, she's up there waiting for me and telling me that she's telling me how much she sees in me and how much I'm wasting it. And I would just mindlessly listen because, hey, I don't want to let her get her quick 2 cents. And so I just mindlessly listen and keep it on going. But then there was that night. And I know I shouldn't have gone out. I know that. But I did. And I was going to go home because I knew stuff was going to pop off. But there she was on that same street looking for me. She didn't have to be out there. Dad. And when the smoke cleared, I held her and I still see that. I saw that spark in her eyes, Dad. It was still shining and she was still believing in that same spark in me. After that night, everything changed for me. There was something in that smoke that transformed me physically, intellectually. I can do things that no one else can. And I finally see what she was talking about. I was given these gifts for a purpose. I can't sit idly by and let people risk their lives when I can do something about it. You can't be selfish with me. I've given them something to believe in. And the same way Mom believed in me. You asked me why I do this. I'm static shocked, Dad. Believe in me too.
Wow. Wow, you know you're good when your Wi-Fi can be all off, completely off, and still be captivating. I mean, no, honestly, there's a lot to be said. There is a lot to be said, and I mean that. You were lagging left and right. I just want you to know. And I wonder, because I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it again. I want to hear it again. I hope you ladies don't mind, and I hope you feel the same.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to try that? I think that he can maybe, Bonnie, you're the techie here.
If you think that turning Wi-Fi off is the fix, let's try it. I just was saying what's happening is there's a frame buffering that's going on, which means we're only getting a certain number of frames per second, and it's just a small percentage of what is possible to get. But the audio was coming through 100%, and for me, I followed it. Like it did not diminish it for me enough to be stressed about it. But I would love it if you think that just the Wi-Fi toggling makes the difference, because this was spectacular, even with only getting to see a few frames per second. It was just glorious.
Yeah. I absolutely, without a doubt, would love for him to do it again and see if we can get it on real time. Kimberly, are you feeling the same?
Do it again, Sam, or play it again, Sam.
Exactly. Let's play it again, Sam. But yes, let's go ahead and let's try turning off the Wi-Fi. Let's see what that does, if it helps. Can you do a quick mic check so we can see where you're at?
Looks like it froze them all together.
Yeah, it froze them all together.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not gonna work. Darn it.
Which sometimes it does, because it's working hard to find the Wi-Fi signal.
Sometimes it takes a minute. Sometimes it takes a minute.
Can you try to talk again? Let's see if he's.
Hello, everybody. Check 1, 2. I feel like it's still lagging a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, it's still lagging.
And now the audio's diminished from where it was before. Just.
Oh God.
Yeah. Oh, it's too. I know. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Now you had moved. You were in another location. You moved earlier
That's
when we
why.
did
That's why.
our. I feel so bad. You were in another location.
I'm very confused, to be honest, as to why. Yeah.
Corey, you were in another location in your space. Do you
Yeah.
want to go to that other location? Can we just try it at least? I'm gonna take you off stream just
I
for
have
a
to go
moment.
to.
Yep, I'm gonna take you off the stream for a moment, and you just go and try to work that out. It's Sexy Bonnie. We're back at Sexy Bonnie. Hey. Okay, tell us while we give Corey a chance to maybe move his location. Okay, we'll give it a minute. Bonnie, tell us about your whole movement. Tell us about that. I'm so serious. Tell us about your whole creating the Hollywood we want.
Yeah, hashtag creating the Hollywood we want, because I think every day with our every choice, we are creating the Hollywood we want. And that means with the things we say yes to, more importantly, the things we say no to. I think getting very clear on what our storytelling path is and the people that we know we want to work with becomes so vitally important at times like now. And creating the Hollywood we want is all about taking that power that since the days of the studio system has always been held away from actors, and the idea of gatekeepers and how opportunities are something that you just aren't going to get, and rejection is just a part of the story. And I'm like, rejection is being told you're not allowed to even perform. And in days with technology as powerful as it is, no one can stop us. We can create anything any minute of every day, and any minute that we're not being paid to create something on someone else's stage or set, we need to be creating our own. And that just needs to be the constant work of it, is just keep putting out the content that we want to see exist in the world. And that's how we transform Hollywood. We tell the dang stories. We don't wait for permission.
Okay, that is Be Fly Create, right? What I call my production company. Be Fly Create. You got to be fly and create your own destiny, your own story, your own lane. I mean, with technology the way it is today, there really is no excuse not to, right? Mm-hmm. So then if you then begin to separate yourself from the pack, and you get to see, who's serious up in here, mm-hmm. Who's really, really serious, who has a voice, who's staying on top of things, because really there is no excuse. We really can, and we really are more than ever in a position to create the Hollywood that we want. No excuses. So I love it. I love everything about it. Bonnie, what do you think about it, Kimberly?
I totally agree. I mean, I'm still in this business, even though it's so hard at sometimes, is because I feel like being a storyteller in the media industry is an opportunity for social change. And so if you're picking stories that are making a difference, I mean, all of the projects that I am slated to direct all have an overarching message of love after loss, following the unlikely leader, looking outside your own social group and upbringing to find a new path in life. I mean, just all things that we need to know about. And, plenty of people can make whatever movies they want to make, but I want to make things that will have a lasting impression, leaving a legacy behind, and movies that people want to watch again and again and again because they learn something, and they learn something new every time. So, you can find, you just dig deeper and you find them. So
yeah.
Good stories. Great stories.
Absolutely. So many great stories to be told. It's about just doing it, just going out there and doing it and posting it and, TikToking it, YouTubing it, IGing it, all of it, it's really such an exciting time. I've never been so excited about the unlimited possibilities of what we could do. And we're seeing
it's a great time for women to be doing it as well. I think, there's an opportunity that women are speaking out, but people also want to hear what women have to say. They learn to value, opinions, because it is a new perspective and a valuable one. So I think it's a great time to be.
Yeah, I love it. All right, so ladies, I was stalling a little bit for Corey. I think we've gotta I think we've gotta keep the show running. What do you guys think?
Well, the only thing I feel bad about him is that we're not comparing apples and apples. So if he doesn't get good technology, I think he gets to come back another time.
Okay, there's that. Well, I think we've got to keep it going, and technically, I should be losing Bonnie right about now. It's a minute after, but she's still here, so we're not gonna say anything.
I am about to go. I was waiting to see if we could get Corey back on the stage because, of course, I want to see. Yeah, but if it looks like he's not going to be able to get back in,
I know it's not looking. I don't even see him on stage, so we're gonna have to keep it going. Okay, so hold tight, Bonnie, because you can't leave until we do a quick little conference and decide who it is that you guys decided to vote for. So, okay, this is where we start the voting process. So hold on, I will, this here is the information. Okay, please dial 833-945-3487. It is one vote per person. Okay, you must, what is it, to vote for the best? Okay, there's too much information up there for me to read. You have to text, respect for the number 4 acting 6. Respect the number 4 acting and the number 6. Okay, you have to put this in all in lowercase, all one word, and then you must call 833-945-3487. When you get on the phone, it will help you. You will choose which one of the actors you thought. Is that him? Which one of the actors you thought? Let's see. Oh my God. Okay, he's back. Okay, we're gonna do this really, really quickly. All right. You don't have much time, okay, because Bonnie's gotta go. So let's try this one more time. Okay, I am going to stop the ticker so it's not distracting. Let's do this. Okay, here we go. Whenever you're ready, Corey, let's give it another try. And action whenever you're ready.
You want to know why, Dad? Look at our city. Everybody is scared. Okay. Cops are still killing us with no justice in sight. People are afraid, and parents can't even feed their kids. Gangs are still retaliating against each other, robbing and looting from their own neighborhoods. Dad, there's no one to fight for us. There's no one to believe in here. We live in a war zone, and innocent people are getting caught in the crossfire. Just like Mom. Remember that time at my science fair? She would always come over and you could hear over everybody. All you hear is, "There's my boy, oh my gosh, yes, yes." And I would just go back to my group and be like, y'all know who that is? And you know how it is. Mind you, we both know that there was no other Black kids in the whole competition. But the parents just be looking at her crazy. But she didn't care. She was proud. She believed in me. Mom, she just had a spark in her eyes that wasn't like everybody else's. She believed in so much more. Even when I would come home late from going out to a party, you're not home, but she's up waiting for me and telling me how much she sees in me and how I'm wasting it. And I would just mindlessly listen because I just want to make sure she gets her quick 2 cents in so I don't have to hear her mouth. But then there was that night, and I know I shouldn't have gone out. I wasn't gonna go out, but and I knew something was gonna pop off. But I saw her. I saw her on that same street. She didn't have to be out there, Dad, and yet I still held her after the smoke cleared, and she still had a spark. She still was believing in the spark that she saw in me. After that night, everything changed. Something was in that smoke, and it transformed me intellectually, physically. I can do things that nobody else can. And I finally see what she was talking about. I was given these gifts for a reason. I can't sit idly by and let people risk their lives when I can do something about it. Dad, you can't be selfish with me. I love you, but you can't. I've given them something to believe in. The same way Mom believed in me. You asked me why I do this. I'm static shock, Dad. Believe in me too.
That's the comeback boy right there. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Yes, 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 yes. Loved it. Loved everything about it. All right. Kimberly, you want to go first?
Well, what I find is so funny and ironic is that you're doing this piece about family and believing in people, and that I just intuitively asked you that question about what did you love to do when you were a kid, and that same spark and joy of being in the park and seeing the people and the family was just absolutely, right in the piece. So you were obviously, as Josie would say, you totally dropped in on just family and what it means and how it works, and and then it was humorous, of course, we're the only Black kid at school. I mean, that was just such a great little moment because you're on this journey, and then it was this great, funny moment. Just, I loved it. Just very light and so believable. And those are just, the best people to be watching, because we can then drop into this story when it's just so light and believable and wonderful. So.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Kimberly on all that. I went on the journey with you even before the Better Connection, because the work was just so connected in you. And that meant your delivery just was really powerful, even with the tech difficulties. Getting to see it this way, though, yes, a whole other level to it. I really appreciated the forward and back space that you used. That was really powerful and effective to really choose some key moments in the work to push in and give yourself almost camera focus that would have existed had we been on a set actually shooting this. And it just was really beautifully done and felt very real. And I agree with what Kimberly said about the levels and the humor that you brought to it, and the sweetness and also the pain. It just was really beautifully done. And I appreciate that you powered through all the tech issues to come back in. I really do.
Thank you.
Listen,
$100 million smile, man.
I was just going to speak on that, he's got that thing that Lauryn Hill talks about. You got that thing, Corey. You're so likable. You're so likable. You're so approachable. You're the kind of person that everybody would, want to talk with or hang with and talk to and feel safe with. And yet it's just so good to see you as a man just be able to tap into those vulnerable spaces. It's like, I mean, I was so leaning in. I was so leaning into all of it. I was, and I agree with Bonnie. You had me at hello. You had me on the first one. Even with all of that happening, I was caught up and I was dropped in all the way. But what a way to come back. For a minute there, I thought you were doing a whole other piece. I really did. You attacked it. When you came the second time, you came with the fierceness, but I didn't feel like you felt like you had to prove yourself or that you had anything to, I didn't feel that you were rattled or sort of kind of thrown off. I felt that here was a man who was very much in control of his craft, very much in control of his gift. And you gave us more. You gave us more. You already gave so much, but you gave us even more, and you did it seamlessly. I didn't feel like you felt like you had to prove yourself at this point, which anybody could have felt like, like, oh God, now I got to come and I got to try to come hard. And you did come hard, but I didn't feel it seemed so effortless. You did wonderful. I mean, you made me smile. You made me laugh. You totally touched my heartstrings. I was like, oh my goodness, I gotta hold it together here. And sometimes I didn't even know all the way what you were even talking about. I'm gonna be honest. There were some times where I was like, I have no idea what he's talking about right now. But I was so invested. This is a piece that I feel. I don't know where the piece is from, but I feel you can afford to like, it doesn't have to be that long. Don't you agree, Bonnie?
He wrote it.
You wrote it, of course. Yeah. Of course you did. Of course you did. Of course you did. That's why you own it. I mean, oh my goodness. He wrote it. He wrote it. I mean, can we just clap for the fact that he wrote this piece himself, please?
Yeah, it was a work in progress when I first brought it up to you.
I remember.
The time I went in there.
I remember now that you said, I totally forgot that it was a work in progress. It's so good. Go ahead. I don't want to cut you off. What were you saying?
Oh no, I was just saying that it was a work in progress when I first performed it, and I was like, oh, I gotta work on this. I was like, I gotta work on it. So I fine-tuned it a little bit, and then just gave it what I need to do. But yeah.
Well, it's a great piece. You showed you showed a lot of colors in this piece, and I think that you're going to be making a lot of fans of your work in terms of casting, in terms of producers. I mean, you really did an amazing job, and I've got to get the ladies out of here. So, okay.
Just one other point that I wanted to make too.
Yes, please.
Despite all of the technology issues you were having, you still just rolled right through it. And that kind of calm, cool, collected is so important. So, hats off to you that despite it all, you're just like, I'm going to perform, full tilt, even though it's probably not working right. And then to scramble around and still come and do that performance. I mean, your mind was here, but when it was time to be right back with us, it absolutely was. So hats off to you for that.
Thank you guys. Like, that means so much. Like,
well, that means a lot on a set. I mean, there's crazy things happen all the time, and if you can compartmentalize and then just dial it right back in, hats off to you. Like, that's a huge thing to have in your little tool belt to know that you can do it. So tonight you got that one that you can put in there and go, I can make it happen no matter what.
Super. Look at that smile. Super, 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 super impressive on so many levels. It's just, I loved it. I loved everything about it. All right, Corey, thank you so much. Okay, everyone, this is the time. Okay, we are going to take a little break and we are going to discuss who these beautiful, sexy ladies here decided they want to pick or choose as the winner of this month's Actors Lab Live. I'm super excited. Give us a few minutes and we'll be right back. Please, 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 this is the time for you to, This is really an opportunity for you to bless somebody's journey. That's what you'd be doing. All right. Whoever wins, you'd be blessing their journey. You'd be contributing to their journey. And I think it's a beautiful thing for us to do, especially in this time of COVID and just so many artists taking a huge hit with the business closing down the way that it did. And so this is an opportunity to really, really pour back into somebody's journey. All of the actors were amazing. I'm going to be quiet so that we can get the girls on the line and we can decide who wins the best of for this month. In the meantime, make sure that you vote by going to, okay, I've got to let that number come back around. You're going to text respect 4 acting 6. Those are the numbers. Respect the number 4, acting the number 6. All lowercase, one word to 833-945-3487. Okay, with that said, we will put a little music on for you. Okay, we will be back in a minute. All right. Well, we are back. At first there were 4, then there were 3, and then now there are 2. It's Kimberly and I. I just want to quickly thank our wonderful, wonderful Bonnie Gillespie for being able to be here tonight. She did have to go, so I'm just glad that she got a chance to see everybody and that she did have a chance to vote. She did have a chance to vote, so we are so super, super excited. This is never easy. Was it easy for you, Kimberly? Kimberly, you with me? Uh-oh, Kimberly is having technicals. I know, but I don't hear you, Kimberly.
Unmute.
Uh-oh.
I had
Okay,
turned down
how
when we
about
were-
that unmute button gets us all the
back.
time. Uh-oh, we lost Clubhouse. Oh no, what happened? Okay. Oh my goodness, I don't know how we left Clubhouse, but oh, there we are. All right. Oh no, it's okay, Jean. I'm sorry to interrupt you. We are back live. This was so not easy. This was so not easy. It never is. It's never easy. But we have, thank you, Ibone, who told us that we lost Clubhouse for a second. We thought that we had lost our connection in Clubhouse. Woo! Okay, this is the part. It's never easy. It's never easy at all. So I want to start off by saying, oh, there's an echo. It's probably on my end. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Shawnee, working the back room for me. Okay, so this was another amazing evening. Thank you to the wonderful Bonnie and the wonderful Kimberly Skyrme. I cannot even wait to see you again and to talk this through after the show. But I will not keep you guys waiting any longer. The winner for this evening, without a doubt, the audience voted, and the winner is clear and free. Everybody was, again, amazing this evening. But the winner for the Audience Choice Award for this month goes to, can I get a drum roll? Yes, goes to Nicole.
Thank you.
Okay, but we are making a second announcement. But Nicole, can you please tell us, how do you feel?
I feel great. Wow. Thanks. Don't know what to say, so I'm gonna just say thank you.
Awesome. Nicole, you really did so amazing. I mean, not only were you, so great in terms of being the comedic relief for all of us this evening, with so many heavy pieces, but really I think that what Kimberly was saying made a lot of sense. Was, Kimberly, I'll let you tell it, of why you felt like she did so good this evening.
Well, which thing? I did say a couple of different things.
Well, you were saying how she was able to take, the notes.
That we gave you such an opposite direction and you were just able to fall right into it, even though you were so much more comfortable yourself, in the one place that, but you were quite well, suited and doing it the other way too. So then my note for you is that before you go audition, really try it a number of different ways like that, because you can start to own the room if you walk in and you psychologically prepare people that you have lots of tricks available. So you can always say, do you have anything in mind? I've rehearsed this a number of different ways. So when anybody hears that there's a number of options available, naturally we all want to see as much as we can. And then you would have your first version and you'd have this very different version. So people would automatically in that audition room see your range, which may land you not even the job you're auditioning for, but perhaps another one, because you've really taken the kind of audition room by the reins to really just kind of run it. So you have an opportunity to really showcase your talent. So rehearse them, all these different ways, and then you're just going to have a lot of tricks in your tool belt.
Thank you so much. I honestly, I really truly appreciate this opportunity. Thank you guys so much for making this happen.
Well, hats off for you for showing up. That's a big part of the game.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Don't go anywhere, Nicole, okay? Don't go anywhere, but thank you. We're so excited for you, Nicole. Okay, so this happens very often, and it's such an important part of the process, which is we let the audience vote, but then we also want to respect our wonderful guest judges and what they thought, and we weighed in on that. And while we all without a doubt agreed that Nicole did such a fantastic job, we felt like we really wanted to spread the love, because there was somebody that we thought really made quite an impression this evening. And I think that you guys are all going to agree with us. And so we are invoking the judge's choice, even though we want to be clear to say that Nicole was our choice as well. So this is not to take away from Nicole at all in any way. This is to...
well, which is why I'm also going to say, I'm going to give Nicole an hour of coaching too. So I'm going to throw in another hour.
That's right. Okay. I love it. If there is anybody on Clubhouse, if there is anybody listening and wants to contribute and sponsor any of the winners, in fact, all of the winners, if you got it like that and you're moved to, there was 2 people on Clubhouse that offered to sponsor a month of class. So we are going to give the audience award the judges award to. Can I get a drum roll? I love it. I love my Clubhouse family. I love you guys so much. And that award is going to... Corey Larimore, y'all. Give it up for Corey Larimore.
Oh man.
Yes. They're clapping for you on Clubhouse as well. I wish you could hear them. Tell us, you've got the stage, Corey.
Wow. That's really all I can. It's just crazy of everything I went through just for tonight, just for everything, and just to be able to still have that success in this is wow. Thank you.
You're so welcome, sweetheart. We wanna just take a minute to talk about you and what happened and how you handled that. One of the reasons why we really felt that we should extend this. We should extend it. First of all, it honestly, the whole reason why I started this was because I wanted to be able to give back to the community, to my community that I love so much. And I really want to shout out to all my Clubhouse family. They're literally on the stage right now. Jean, Maggie, Sam, I'm so happy to have you in the room, Sam. Melissa, Madeline, Game is all up in the room. I love it. Kimberly is, she's in the room and she's on here. She's all over the place. She's a superwoman. Dan was my judge last month, Dan, and he was amazing and brought so much to it as well. To all the people in the audience that have been hanging with us. Shani is up in here. Shani joined us. Shani, take the stage. I'm nothing without my Shani. But we've got such amazing moderators, acting coaches, directors, casting agents, filmmakers, And they show up every week to listen to these amazing, amazing actors such as yourself, Corey. And, you know, you really, really, really do make it worth our while and make it worth their while. And we wanted to provide this safe space for you to be able to come and to shine. And just want you to know that you were seen this evening. Like, we saw you. We saw you. Like, you could have cracked. You could have cracked under those circumstances. Anybody could have gotten, you know, nervous and thrown off because, you know, you had Teddy Wi-Fi this evening. Okay. But you didn't. You really, really showed that you were a professional, that you were ready. And we felt like we wanted to really make sure that we honor you this evening and to say that we see you. First of all, I mean, you're a beast. So there's that part too. Let's not take away from the actual work that you put forth this evening. And your smile, that smile, I'm sorry. Like, somebody's got to give this guy a job. Somebody's got to give this guy a job.
Hey,
Kimberly, you're gonna have to put him in one of your next films or something, Kimberly. And so this is a platform that I've created through my friends, my Clubhouse friends. This is not just a me thing. This is not an I thing. This is a we thing. And it is time that we get in control of this thing here. You know, actors are such beautiful, amazing people. And it's time that you are seen. It's time that you are seen, Corey. And we see you this evening. We see all of you. I'm bringing all of the actors up because all of you are amazing. And I want you to feel that you're amazing. Everybody's a winner this evening. Every single one of you. We are bringing you up. I mean, Jesus, Lord. I mean, so amazing. Brianna, you were amazing. Can you guys give yourselves a hand?
Yeah, well done, Saskia. Yeah. I mean, all the performances were great.
Yes, Saskia, you were amazing this evening. I mean, goodness, you gave it up. You gave your whole heart and soul up. You did such a wonderful job. I left the winner up down. Got to get Nicole up in here. Nicole is like, hey, what happened? What happened to me? We didn't forget you, Nicole. Nicole, thank you for the comedic relief that you brought to this evening. Comedy is one of the hardest things to do. So we can't take it for granted. You know, that's a hard thing to always pull off. Tisha, you already know how I feel about you. Thank you for being here and sharing your gift with us this evening. We enjoyed every little part of you. Thank you for being such a great trooper and sticking around the whole time. You were incredible. Okay, so I want to end the evening with all of you just sharing a little something. Let me take this banner off of your face. Okay, there you go, Corey. Okay, Corey, actually, let's start with Saskia. Any final words before we go for the evening, Saskia?
Well, congratulations to Corey and Nicole. Beautiful. Congratulations to everyone. Beautiful work. It was really, really, really grateful to be here with you. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share my work with you. You know, this is a new time for all of us, and to be able to be given this platform to be with you, I'm incredibly grateful. I thank you so much. Thank you for allowing me to be here with you guys. It means a great deal to me. Thank you.
Bravo.
I just want to give you your little moment here. It's not allowing me. Okay, there you go. There you go.
It's like she's had enough. Come on.
Okay, no, Saskia, thank you. You are amazing. Okay, you are amazing. You are amazing. That's all I want you to hear and understand. You are all winners tonight. Thank you for sharing your gift with us once again.
Thank you so much. Thank you for allowing me to do
Absolutely, Saskia. Oh, and listen, you are welcome to perform and work on anything that you want to on Clubhouse any Tuesday that you want to. This is not the end or. In fact, I hope this is the beginning.
Thank
okay,
you.
And so you are welcome back anytime to bring, and you know, whether it's a scene or whether it's a monologue, whatever you want, you are always welcome.
I will definitely be back.
I will start acting and audition lab every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Okay, sweetheart?
I will be there. Absolutely.
All right, absolutely. Okay, let's bring Brianna up next. Brianna.
Hi. I just want to say congratulations to Nicole and Corey. And thank you for inviting me and letting me be here. And this was like a really cool experience, my first time being here. So yeah, thank you for the feedback that you gave me and giving me a second chance to do it over again. And so yeah, this was really fun. So thank you.
Thank you, Brianna. Kimberly, do you want to say anything? This is absolutely, this is your opportunity to say anything if you move to, Kimberly.
Yes. What's one of your favorite things to do, Brianna?
One of my favorite things to do is dance.
Uh-huh. Well, see that lovely sparkle in your face and your eyes when you talk about something you love to do. Let us see that all the time. Just have fun, enjoy this. I mean, it's hard work, but I think you have to love it. I know there's a little more sparkle that's left inside of you, and I can't wait to see it. So keep coming back. I look forward to seeing more.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome, Brianna. Thank you so much.
That's a great piece. Keep working on it. I think you can really work that piece.
Yes, I will.
Awesome. Okay, let's have our winner, our audience winner. I mean, goodness, the audience loved you, Nicole, and so did we. I mean, you won clear, free and clear. No doubt the audience put in their vote and they loved your performance. We did too, Nicole. So any final words?
I mean, I love every opportunity I get to perform, and I felt like I haven't done that in a while, at least to my best ability. And I think today I got that opportunity and I ran with it. And I am so grateful for this opportunity, because while doing the monologue a second take, I was like, wait, I could do that. Kind of exploring who I was as an individual right there in that moment was just a powerful experience within itself. So thank you for this opportunity. And Corey, I was sitting there like, oh my God, this dude is amazing. And you guys all did a phenomenal job. I just love sitting there and watching everybody else's performances, because we're actors and this is a hard job and we're out here doing it. So I'm rooting for everybody. So thank you. That's all. Let me not go on a tangent.
No, it's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Nicole, you're wonderful and amazing. Okay, and last but not least, we'll get one final word from Corey before Kimberly and I have to close this evening up, and then we'll jump back on to our Clubhouse family real quick for a few minutes to discuss it. Corey, any final words? Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh no, Corey, are you kidding?
And my
froze, y'all.
Perfect way for tonight.
Okay, no, you're back. I think you're back, Corey. I think you're back.
I'm back?
Yes.
I'm back. All right, perfect. My final word basically is keep going. No matter what happens, everything that goes wrong, because there's so much other stuff that was going on, and it's crazy, but just keep pushing, give it your all, believe in yourself, and be bold in who you are. And if you continue to do that, people will notice it, and you'll ignite something in them from the fire that is burning inside of you. So continue with your passion, and don't let anybody else stop you or anything stop you, to be honest. And that's it.
That's so awesome. That's awesome. I'm just so happy. Kimberly, any final words for Corey?
Yeah, exactly everything you said. I mean, you just really have to continue to persevere. I mean, it's a very different job than any other job, and you have to be doing it for the right reasons, and just keep telling the story. And if you engage in the story, it never gets old. Because again, as I always say, my favorite thing, we're so lucky to be in a creative art form, a creative job, and creativity never retires. So we're in this for the long haul.
All right, Corey, thanks again. It's been a wonderful evening. Thank you for sharing your gift with us. All right, we are going to close this out here. Kimberly, I've kept you long enough. What can any final closing notes for the actors and for anybody who might be watching this, this is going to live on my YouTube channel. So for any actors that might come through, or any film directors or casting directors, you wear all hats, Kimberly. So any final words?
I think you'd have to just enjoy the journey. I mean, if you're so focused on any one destination, I think you're going to miss out on a lot of great opportunities to enhance your story, because everything that happens, the good, the bad, they're all continually informing our personal story, which informs our work. So look at all of just your life and just feed it into, it's all transferable knowledge into storytelling.
Yeah, good
and
stuff.
Keep tuning in. I mean, it's great. It's wonderful to be able to interact. If we can't interact in the actual theater or on set, we can still interact here. So
yeah, I love that. Kimberly, thank you. You've been amazing. You and Bonnie are amazing. I couldn't do it without you. So thank you for coming and supporting the actors. Kimberly has been gracious enough to give the actors an hour of her time, personal coaching or consultation. I'm not quite sure. But we also had another moderator, amazing moderator who came on, who also offered an hour of their time coaching. So the actors are going to get all of this wonderful consultation and consulting and acting classes and T-shirts and who was it that offered
book?
Bonnie's book. And somebody offered, was it Nicole? Oh my goodness, I didn't think about writing down who offered, but somebody also offered a self-tape kit. I don't remember who that was. Was that Nancy?
I remember. And you did ask them to send you a text with all the details.
Yeah, and they did. And you would have thought that I would have just pulled it all together, but I actually didn't make the connection to do that. But I would love to shout them out right now. I feel bad that I'm not going to have a chance to, because I don't want to keep you guys waiting any longer. But yeah, the actors, and again, if there's anybody that wants to donate, sponsor anything to the winners, we do this every month, the last Friday of every month. Okay, we are going to be looking at actors outside of Clubhouse just to really, really open this as wide as we possibly can and give as many actors an opportunity to shine and to be seen. So anyway, we are ending this evening. Remember to always, always, always shine through. We are also better together, so it's better that we come together as a community and that we help each other out. We lift each other up. Remember that life is a journey, and we are spiritually journeying artists. We are only here for a moment, so do the best that you can. Leave your legacy. Share that gift. Not dim your light, because dimming your light is not helping anything. You've got to shine that light bright so that you can inspire someone else and lift someone else up. Okay, that might just need that one little kind word from you. Okay, we love you. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in and watching. If you're not on Clubhouse, you should be on Clubhouse. Meet us in Respect for Acting and Audition Lab. We're going to be chatting it up for a few minutes there. Thank you again. I'll bring in all the actors. We can all wave good night. Let's see. I will, adding them back up. One last time, my actors. Waving goodbye to everybody. Let's say good night. Let's say good night. Oops, that's not what I wanted to share. This is what I wanted to share. Let's say good night as we just let the credits roll. There's so many people to thank. I did, you can't do this alone. And so there are a lot of people to thank. It's not showing up. Aww. Don't know why. All right, well, good night, everyone. I've got to do a special thanks. I'll shout out my special thanks. I've got to do a special thanks to Sydney Sullivan, she's my assistant. She's phenomenal. She's incredible. I am nothing without her. She was the one who put this video together that you are actually not seeing right now. I think I'm frozen. But if you can hear me, I want to thank Shani Smothers. She's my digital media person. She's on Clubhouse right now, holding it down. Holding it down. I don't know why the video, it's glitching. It's doing whatever it wants to do right now. But I want to make sure, I hope you guys can see the credits or they're rolling. I'm not sure. Are you guys seeing it? I'm not. Okay. Well, anyway, so I'll just keep going. So I must thank Dana Bozeman, who's always such a wonderful help in putting this together. And I really thank everybody. Thank you, Sydney. Thank you, son. Oh my God, Gil. He wasn't able to join us. Oh my goodness, Gil. I did it.
Is Gil?
I did it, Gil. What?
Oh, you're just saying Helen Gil.
No, I'm saying I just have to do a shout out to Gil anyway. I know he was probably freaking out. He would never just leave me. That's my baby. So we want to send a big shout out to Gil. And again, lastly, Kimberly and Tabani, I love you. Thank you so much for a wonderful job. And thank you to the actors. Good night, everybody. Good night, my YouTubers and my Facebookers. We love you. Thank you for joining and watching. Bye.